So you're a gamer, and you've been gaming all your life. You love everything about the community, the awesome technology, and how the gaming world has evolved all these years. And more importantly, you can't wait to see what the future holds. There's one problem, though. Your partner isn't a gamer and clearly doesn't understand how an adult still plays video games today. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to address in today's episode. So there you are, sitting down on a date with that someone special. And that question that always comes up in conversation is coming your way. So, what do you do for fun? All excited to share, you exclaim that you're really into this new game and that you've been playing it for over a year now, and it's the best MMO shooter RPG game you've ever played. Ever. Suddenly that smile turns into confusion, disappointment, maybe even pity. This happened to you? We gamers are a special breed of people, and as you may feel that anyone who doesn't game is missing out, just know that not everyone gets it. Now, I can go into details on how gaming is good for your brain, reflexes, social awareness, problem solving, on and on and on. Trust me, I've tried to explain the benefits. Yeah, I see you out there sharing to your partner that latest study of how gaming is good for you. We have to reconcile with ourselves that your parents, best friends, siblings, girlfriends, boyfriends, even spouses or lifelong partners may never be turned on to gaming. You can try to change them, tell them how great gaming is. I've tried that as well. But if you really want to become the best parent, spouse, girlfriend, or boyfriend, but you cannot, hell, will not give up your love of gaming, then you need to figure out how to live with a non-gamer and still enjoy your gaming lifestyle. Now, if your partner is also into gaming, lucky bastard, stick around, as this will also help you down the road as well. But this is not an easy task. Take it from me. I'm what you would call belonging to the first generation of gamers that have had to deal with this issue with the new gaming lifestyle. We're on the front line. We're fighting for you guys.
I'm addicted! So I can't quit!
We're the ones that got that Atari 2600 for Christmas, and it changed our life forever. We're the ones that spent our paycheck at that arcade next to the movie theater. And today, we're the ones dealing with all the confusion from friends and family. It just gets overwhelming. I'm a Gen Xer, over 35 and married for over 20 years, and if I could only go back in time and correct all the stupid mistakes I made when I first met my wife and had my kids, I could have avoided so much pain and anguish in my marriage and life. You may be asking, dude, I don't want to be like that. So let's avoid my mistakes, right? Here's some insights that I like to tell you that I learned the hard way, but you don't have to. Number 1, communication's everything. Talk it out with your partner, explain why you love to game, and also why they will never take a backseat to it. Maybe even compare gaming in terms they can understand, like with their hobby. Or even better, play a game that you both like together. Whenever you feel you're being nagged about gaming, just flip it. You take their position and you put them in your place. Now, how do you feel about the situation at hand? For me, it usually brought the picture right into focus, and it detaches you from what you're seeing on the screen at the moment. If you have kids, whenever they come into the room, just come to terms that this is the way it is. Stop your game, turn around and look them directly in the eyes and reassure them that you're paying attention to them and are focused on what they have to say. Know that a time will come when they're going to leave the house for good, and it'll be here before you know it. Trust me on that one. If you have a 2 to 3 year old, I feel your pain right now, as the questions never seem to stop from those. If you're being too noisy while playing and it's disrupting your family's sleep or other things that's going on in the house, Get a decent set of headphones or earbuds and close the door if possible. Now, for you Zoomers out there, this may sound boring. Some of you young people like to live in the moment. But talk ahead of time with your partner and come up with a schedule for the week. If you have a raid coming up on Saturday at 2 p.m. and you know it's going to take you 2 hours to complete it, tell them you need that time to decompress or game with your online friends. Having a weekly schedule assures everyone involved that their time is being respected. That works the other way around as well, by the way. Take the kids to the park while mom has some downtime to read, nap, whatever they like to do for fun. Not to mention, you'll get some major points for later. Know what I mean? This tip is for all you parents out there. It is imperative to have a set date night. Not whenever you have time. It's got to be set. Have your family babysit on a certain night of the week once a month. If you don't have family near you, ask a good friend you trust. This will save your marriage, trust me. It is so important to have private time with your partner, especially when young kids are always present. Next insight. Know that boundaries are important. Knowing that ahead of time will save you all that resentment. If your partner knows that it's 10 p.m. and you're jumping online to game, there's little to no resentment because you both agreed to that schedule ahead of time, and there's no miscommunication or mixed feelings. Online friends. Oh boy, this is a big one. Your partner isn't inside the gaming culture or communities that you may be involved in. They won't understand how you can have, quote, friends online that aren't physically present in front of you. I have a prior clan I used to belong to called Fake TV Friends because of that very comment was made by a spouse in our community at that time. Show your partner the Discord or clan chats that you're a part of and let them see what goes on there. I know they won't get it at first, but in time, they'll at least understand that it's harmless and it's not taking away from them. Next insight. Now, this is going to be really tough for you Zoomers out there. It's incredibly important that whenever you're together with your partner, put the phone away. My wife once got up and left a restaurant we were dining in because whatever I was looking at on my phone seemed more important at the time than her sitting right there in front of me. This is still something I'm working on to this day, but that gesture sure got my attention. So put it down. Hide it in your pocket. Do whatever you got to do. For the love of God, don't touch it. Whatever is on that phone, trust me, will be there after dinner. All right, so what have we learned today? Number 1, having a relationship with a non-gamer can be a tough hill to climb. And although you may think things are great in the beginning, over time, feelings and resentment can build up, but you can minimize it with a few tips and insights before it gets to the breaking point, as my little sad story pointed out. Number 2, if you can communicate your gaming hobby clearly and get on the same page, your life will be less stressful and regrets will be at a minimum. Third, gaming and family can clash, but be in the moment and detach yourself from the game and have clear boundaries from the start. Number 4, your non-gaming partner may not understand online communities and think of them as fake TV friends with no real merit, but by exposing them to your online world, they can see that lasting friendships are possible and they shouldn't be discarded. Finally, life today has so many distractions in it, so make sure you have quality digital free time with your partner. It'll make all the difference. So there you go. I've exposed my life story that you can learn from my missteps. So don't put it off. Start putting these little hacks into action today. Hey, do me a favor. Do you have a story or experience with non-gamers in your life? I want to hear them. I really do. Put them in the comments section below or put them in our Discord chat and show feedback. Hey, remember, we only get one playthrough in this life, so don't waste it and make it count. Also, be kind to your fellow guardians out there in the Destiny-verse. Hell, in the gaming world for that matter. And later, Guardian.